If we were going by the literature, we would be directly intersecting this greater Palatine artery. All right, just wanted to jump on here real quick and go over something that I run into somewhat frequently. About 1 out of every 15 or 20 cases. I do a lot of these, so I see maybe more than what a lot of folks might. But that is the location of the greater Palatine artery. Most of the time, it's out of play. Most of the time, we'd be okay to pursue this according to most iterations of the literature. However, as I mentioned, maybe 1 out of 15 cases, 1 out of 20 cases, you'll run into this. A situation where if we followed the literature, and by that I mean, depending on who you read, we're going to estimate 10 millimeters or so anterior to the hamular notch. We're going to estimate a angulation buccal to palatal of 10 or 15 degrees, and then an angulation of anterior to posterior of around 10 or 15 degrees, depending on who you read. And the idea, of course, is to engage the cortical rich area of the pyramidal process and ultimately terminate in the medial pterygoid plate, which we presume offers us a resource of cortical bone as well. However, in a situation like this, we may have to orient the implant more vertical to avoid involving the greater Palatine artery that we see right here. And we can see that it is, it's situated almost directly adjacent to the position of our pterygoid implant. And if we were not planning this in 3D space, if we were not critically studying the patient anatomy in 3D space, then we might not be aware of this problem. And if we went ahead and moved forward with a literature-based approach where, we're estimating position, we're estimating angles, and we don't have benefit of X-ray vision, and we run a real serious risk of driving this implant right here. If we were going by the literature, this is where we would be. We would be directly intersecting this greater Palatine artery, greater Palatine canal. So it just kind of underlines the value, the importance of being familiar with each patient's anatomy, not assuming that anatomical landmarks are going to be in the same place every time. I know we don't do that, but in this case, it could be quite catastrophic if we made those types of presumptions and went ahead and moved forward with a more literature-based approach. So if you have any questions, go ahead. Feel free to leave them in the comments or send me a message. And also, go check out the videos on fullarchguide.com. I've got several clinical videos, surgical videos of the pterygoid guide being used and implants being placed, achieving stability in the 80s. Not every case achieves that, but we certainly most always achieve above minimum loadable torque with this protocol. So with that, I thank you for watching. I hope to be hearing from you. Be well.